Hello everyone, how are you doing on this fine day? I hope you're all looking after yourselves. I hope you had a good weekend and all that jazz and whatever's happened in between. If you're new here, hi, my name is Noah. I'm known as the Bookworm and all that jazz, or worm, whatever tickles your fancy really. And today it's just going to be a short video of us making our two characters for Order of Eventide. I've already wrote the names down. We have Silas Ironscale and Abby Nightbloom. So the best thing about this is, just before I kind of like go into this, for obviously normally it's a 4-party sort of thing, you have 4 characters, but if you go to near the back, I think it's page 202, not only does it have like roleplay rules and everything like that, but it gives you solo, 2-party, and upwards basically. So we're going to be doing this one where we do the starting health is multiplied by 2. When leveling up, if we increase our health, we also raise it by 2. And then our players, instead of them having each individual rounds as if it was 4-party, it'll be they each get 2 turns. And then whenever a hero gains glowstone, which is the currency in this, we multiply it by 2 as well. So the first thing we need to do is we've got the names. That's the main thing to start off with. The second thing is race. Now I know the race of one of them. I've put pictures up on through the YouTube posts. I know the race page starts on 178. And he is going to be, Silas is, just to go to it, I think it's called a Talpoc, a lizard folk, not half drake. Talpoc. And it tells you what kind of classes they can be. So it can be a fighter or a mage archetype. Obviously, we're going for fighter because I always like to have something that kind of runs in and be able to beat things. So the best thing about this is you have the starting thing that you have, the base stats, which is your health is 5, our attack is +0, and our defense is +0. And then we have our little racial abilities down here. Is that our level is 1. We always start at number 1. Our race is Talpoc. And our racial ability is we can spend a free action to spend up to 3 surge charges to lower all enemies' defense by 1 and increase our attack by 1. Each spent surge charge increases the attack and defense bonus. So we're just going to put that down here. So the main thing is when we're putting our health, where is it? Our base, we're timesing it by 2. So instead of it just being 5, it'll be 10. I'm not going to put anything for the attack and defense bonus just yet, because that's also going to go into our class that we pick. We always start at tier 1, and then we work our way up into the different tiers for our classes. So the standard ones is fighter, hunter, mage, adventurer, and then we can level up, and it tells you kind of like the tier 2 for each one. So fighter for tier 2 is berserker or guardian, marksman is the hunter one with rogue, and then for the mage one we've got druid, cleric, and then we go into tier 3. Now the main thing you don't see adventurers there is the adventurer can basically pick any of these. So fighter we get paladin, monk, or reaper. And then for hunter we got duelist, trickster, or juggler. And then for mage we have rune weaver, summoner, and bard. Silas is a fighter. So his class is fighter. And his class ability, because we also get passive ones as well. His class ability, surges with melee weapon attacks allow you to make an additional attack that cannot surge or blunder. So a surge or a blunder is, if you roll a 6, you get a surge, and you can roll for another attack. And if you roll a 1, oh no, if you get a surge, you can, you tick it off in your surge thing, and you have abilities that you can do. If you blunder, it's the 1, and that means the enemy surgers, they can basically use their abilities instead. Some of them can be after battle, some of them can be in a battle. So we don't really want to roll blunders, but there we go. So our ability is might. And then our class passive is we automatically get a +1 to our attack. And what we do with that is, let me show you now. So we have to pick equipment. So we've got a name, we've got a race, we've got a class, and we have our equipment, which is on page 22. So we basically pick one of these. So we can either have a two-handed attack with a two-handed weapon, sorry, where we get a +2 to our attack, a one-handed weapon, which is a +1, and a shield, which is a +1 to our defense as well. Or a one-handed weapon with a +1 attack, and then nothing in the offhand, where we get a free action. There is rules for dual wielding where you have 2 weapons in each hand, which I love that they actually did that. And then we have unarmed with no attacks bonus, but we get a +2 to free actions. So I know what I'm already going to pick. I'm going to pick a one-handed weapon with a shield. So we get a bit of an attack boost and a shield. So what we do is we have weapons and shields right here. And I know I'm going to have a longsword. I'm going to put it here. So we're going to have a circle that. So we've got it. So we're going to have a longsword. It's called Mr. Stabby, because I'm not good at naming things. That is a +1 to attack. And then we also have shield. I don't have a name for the shield. And then what we do with that is the +1s and everything that we've got, we basically add them to these little things here. So our base is always a 1d6. We don't have anything in the level up, so we can just 0 that. And then with our equipped ones, we get a +1, but we also get a bonus one because our passive. So it's a +2 to attack for it. So it would be 1d6 +2. We have a +1 with the shield. So 1d6 +1. And then for him, what we do is we roll... For glowstones, which is our currency, we roll 2d6, but we also, because we're only using 2 heroes, we times it by 2. So let's hope we actually roll well. Let's do it one at a time. 3, that's alright. 2, so that's 5 times by 2, we got 10 glowstones. Now you'll notice that I'm leaving the guild bit out, because we've not actually gone into the village, the town, sorry, of Kara Vale, I believe it's called. Which I will be doing for the campaign that we're also starting at the same time with our For Against Darkness. So now we're going into Abby. Obviously, Abby is level 1. And Abby, which I'm very excited about, a faun. We're going to have a mage. So, starting health is 3. Obviously, times that by 2, which is 6. Defense is automatically a +2. So we need to make a note of that in a minute. It's mainly the racial ability, lifelink, that I'm actually liking the idea of. So we spend a free action to spend 2 surge charges and choose an enemy, and we recover health to a hero equal to half the enemy's level, rounding up. Now the thing that I love about this is they never round down in this, they always round up, which is beautiful, because obviously if there's an awkward level like 3, we round it up to 2 instead. You'll also notice that he's wearing boots as well, and I love this at the bottom. While their goat-like legs allow them to easily traverse difficult terrain, they often hide their hooves with large boots or shoes. They are cunning and often find a sneaky way to get what they want. I'm just going to put a mark up here that we get a +2 natural defense anyway. We're going to be a mage with the faun. Abby, sorry. So our class ability is Restore. So it's surges with arcane weapon attacks, recover 1 health for any hero, so we can choose that if we do a surge, and also we can basically hoard the surges when we get them. We don't have to use them straight away, which I like the idea of. And also, arcane weapons grant an attack, a +1 to ours as well, so that's our passive with this. Now, let me just show you a little thing to do with the equipment. So obviously, with her, I'm going to have her with a 2-handed staff with a crystal on top, because it pretty much lets you kind of think of any type of ideas of what you kind of want. It gives you some examples like one-handed, two-handed, with ranged as well, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to go with... I could have gone with a spectral blade, but I kind of wanted to have a staff with a crystal on it. I don't know what I'm going to call it, so if anyone wants to give us an idea of what this weapon could be called. I don't think a Mr. Stabby for a stick would do well with a crystal on top. So it's a 2-handed weapon. It's going to be... I'm going to call it a crystal staff. This is going well. This is going well. We don't have any other defense apart from our natural one. So our base is already 1d6 plus 2, and our attack is 1d6 plus, that's 2, and then 3. And we're just going to need to roll for her glowstone for her starter thing, and then when we actually do the campaign and we go to the actual town, we'll go equipment shopping, and it'll be great. 6 plus 4 times 2. She's got 20, so she has more than us. Well, I say us, then Silas. But that is our characters. Sorted. Easy. Pretty fast, honestly. The only thing is I made a mistake here. That's my own fault. But, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We have our 2 heroes. Silas Ironscale, the Talpoc, and Abby Nightbloom, our Faun. There will be a prologue video coming up very soon of how they basically meet before we start the campaign, so that's going to be a bit of a narration for us, for you. But I will see you all very, very soon, either with the continuation of our 4 Against Darkness, the Crow's Nest Chronicles, or with our Order of Eventide. Stay awesome, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.
A Faun might one